We've all had a crush before, whether it be a classmate you'd stare at until they looked into your direction, leading to that awkward 1-second eye contact before you nervously looked away. It could be a coworker you're too afraid to speak to, maybe a celebrity that doesn't even know you exist, or even a random McDonald's cashier who has the genetics of a supermodel. But you've read the title, we're not talking about real people today, we're discussing my childhood crushes that made me feel emotions I never experienced before. First and foremost, Mavis from Hotel Transylvania. I still remember the first time I laid my eyes on her. Grown up! She had that certain something about her that made my pee-pee experience emotions it never felt before. It could have been her eyes, the mascara, or the fit. But one thing's for sure, she has to be responsible for the fact I like goth girls with daddy issues so much. The way she interacted with Johnny gave me hope that maybe someday I would too stumble upon a haunted castle and find a beautiful 121-year-old vampire waiting for me as well. And when she pulled up to the dance party in that Dracula dress, in that instant, something just snapped! Something inside of me! Like a beast had just woken up from its slumber! Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. Did you seriously think I was gonna bark for a fictional woman? No way, man. No cartoon character could ever get me that down bad. Come on. Next up on my list, we got Raven from Teen Titans. I initially thought I was more into Starfire, as I preferred the nice girl aesthetic, but as I grew older, her personality got a bit too obnoxious for my liking, so I found myself drawn to Raven instead. She was a lot more mature and down to earth than Starlight. I feel like she was just a chill girl I could sit on a beach, hit a blunt with, and talk about our decaying society and how pineapple tastes good on pizza. It does! Do not debate me! She's also a goth mommy, so what can I say? Speaking of goth girls with daddy issues, Shego from Kim Possible? You feel me? You feel what I'm trying to say? I know she's a villain, and you're not supposed to find villains attractive since they do bad stuff, and all I can say is, call me Anakin Skywalker, cause I would convert to the dark side no questions asked. Doesn't matter if I have to burn down orphanages, trip old people over, or commit tax fraud, since as long as I get to smash Shego, I think that's a win! Now, let's not assume that I'm only interested in alt girls. No. There's another type of woman that ignites something deep within me. The MILFs! Yeah! And who'd better to start off than with Mrs. Incredibles herself? I don't know a single person who wouldn't get down on their knees and beg for Mrs. Incredibles to step on them. We'd all do that, right? I find it funny how there must have been dozens of executives that looked at that scene and were like, oh yeah, very nice, yeah, okay, we're putting this in a children's movie. Little did they know, this scene would write Mrs. Incredibles down as the greatest MILF of all time. Speaking of MILFs, the mom from Big Hero 6 could have me any day of the week 24/7. I would honestly give up my right hand, both kidneys, my right eye, my liver, and all the fingers on my left foot except for the pinky, just to have one singular night with her. Moving on, we got Karen from SpongeBob. No, not the normal Karen. I'm talking about Karen 2.0, the version I personally prefer, for obvious reasons. There's nothing I love more in a woman than having the ability to reprogram her behavior to my innate desires. Imagine your girl doing something that you didn't like, so you just open up her skull and debug her code for 20 hours till you fix her. I always thought Karen was one of those joke characters like, oh, your girlfriend is a computer, ha ha ha, you're so lonely, ha ha ha. And it's kinda sad that in this day and age, people like that actually exist. I've seen TikToks of people using chatbots to simulate conversations with their waifus, and now there's even apps for that? Damn, bro. You gotta be really down bad to download one of those. Next up on my list, Chel from Dorado. Alright, you've seen the thumbnail. This is what you came here for. Let's begin. If Mavis was my sexual awakening, Chel was my sexual renaissance. It's been said that Christ himself dropped down from the gates of heaven just to guide the animators on how to design the perfect woman. And I'm honestly really impressed that the animators made her movements so fluid and smooth using only one hand. Like, there was no need for them to go this hard on a side character of a kids movie that bombed in the box office. It's a shame that El Dorado didn't receive the recognition it deserved, especially when it was a pretty decent film compared to some recent Pixar movies. I cannot imagine the next generation of kids saying, Oh yeah, that fire girl from Elemental? Yeah, that was my childhood crush. It just doesn't hit the same, man. Alright, next up on my list, we got Mr. Clean, no comment on that one. Then we got Shadow the Hedgehog, no comment on that one either. Next up, we got the Crimson Chin from the Fairly Odd Parents. No, not the good guy version, I'm talking about his arch nemesis. I'm not saying that. Then we got him from Powerpuff Girls. I just got one word for you with this one. Boys with heels. Those were 3 words. Next up, we got Annie from Attack on Titan. I'm talking about the Titan version, of course. I wish that were me. Alright, we're nearing the end of my list, which means we're getting closer to my ultimate and #1 crush. But before I reveal that to you, I'd like to dedicate a small segment of this video to the furries that I'll take to the La La Land. That means I'd fuck them. We got Lola Bunny, Judy Hopps, Roxanne, Diego from Ice Age, that wolf from Bad Guys, Shirley from Shaun the Sheep, Gumball's mom, Gumball's dad, Gumball's sister, Isabel from Animal Crossing, Toriel, Nala from The Lion King, and Hornet from Hollow Knight. Congratulations! We've almost gotten to the end of my list. Now, it's time for the grand finale. My #1 childhood crush. And I want you to have a guess with this one. She comes from a show called The Loud House and is one of Lincoln's 10 sisters. Take a good look at them. Which one do you think would hold the key to my heart and be my biggest crush? Are you ready? The best childhood crush of all time is none other than Lori, the oldest sister. What do you think that was gonna say? Lily the baby? What's wrong with you? I may be down bad, but do you really think I'm that far gone? Nah man, Lori's cute, mature, loyal, smart, and if she turns out like her mom, she gonna be thick as hell! Yeah! She's been my #1 crush since I first saw her on the screen, and I'll remain loyal to her till the end of time.
Like this? Or more like this? Neither!
Maybe Lily wasn't that bad after all. Thank you for watching. If you got any childhood crushes that I didn't mention, comment those down below. And if you like content like this, you should watch this completely not down bad video about Jenna Ortega. Ignore the title. Help me get to 3,000 subscribers. Like, hit button, turn on bell notification. Goodbye.